Chosen one, pay close attention. Starting today, your life will never be the same. Something invisible yet immensely powerful is already in motion. Can you feel it? It is no accident that you are here. It is no mistake that this message has reached you at this exact moment. What is about to happen could change everything. For years, you have struggled to be recognized, to achieve your goals, to attain what always seemed just out of reach. You have worked hard, you have persisted. But deep down, there has always been that feeling, as if something was blocking your path, as if an invisible barrier was preventing you from reaching where you truly deserve to be. Now, listen carefully. That barrier is being removed. The current that once pulled you back is now going to propel you forward. You will no longer need to swim against the tide. The time of struggle has come to an end. The time of abundance has begun. But there is one crucial detail. Only those who understand this truth and accept it with an open heart will see this transformation happen. Because from now on, you will no longer need to chase wealth. Wealth will come to you. If this sounds impossible, take a deep breath. Close your eyes for a moment and feel this energy around you. Can you sense it? Something within you already knows this is real. Because deep down, your soul has always known that you were not born for an ordinary life. You were born to thrive effortlessly, to receive what has always been rightfully yours. But now comes the great revelation. Why, all of a sudden, will everything begin to flow effortlessly? How is it possible that what once required so much effort will now come to you naturally? What is happening in the spiritual world that is about to place you on the definitive path to wealth? If this message is already resonating with you, pause for a moment and do 3 things. Leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and comment, "I am chosen." This simple act strengthens this energy and helps this message reach more people who need to hear it. This answer is something few know, and now I will share it with you. Have you ever felt that something grand is happening in your life, but you can't quite fully understand it? As if the universe is moving invisible pieces, preparing something greater for you? This is not an illusion, it is a calling. A divine calling to a new phase, a new reality, a new purpose. If you are hearing this now, know that it is no coincidence. You are guided here because you are ready to receive this revelation. The chosen ones have always walked a path of difficulties. Have you noticed how your journey has been filled with challenges, moments of uncertainty, and obstacles that seemed insurmountable? You have strived, fought, persisted, fallen, and gotten back up countless times. But now all of that is about to change. God is saying, "My child, from now on, your struggle is over. I am taking control." This change does not happen to just anyone. Not everyone is called to this transformation. But you are. You have been tested, shaped, and strengthened by the fire of trials. And now a new phase begins. The phase where you no longer need to chase. The phase where blessings begin to pursue you. The phase where scarcity dissolves and abundance becomes your new reality. This does not mean you will no longer face challenges, but it means that from now on, human effort will no longer be what determines your success. Your financial life, your opportunities, your stability, all of this will be guided by forces far greater than human logic can explain. God is taking full control of your journey, and you will begin to see clear signs of this change. Perhaps you've already noticed some of these signs. Small coincidences that don't seem so small after all. Unexpected people showing up in your life. Opportunities appearing out of nowhere. Doors opening without explanation. This is not luck. This is divine alignment. This is God preparing the way for your new journey. Many people spend their entire lives stuck in the cycle of struggle, constant effort, financial worry, and uncertainty about the future. But the call being made now is for a different path. A path where you align with the divine flow and allow life to carry you exactly where you are meant to be. At this point, some may begin to question, but how can I simply trust? How can I know this is real? The answer is simple. Because you feel it within you. It's not something that can be proven with numbers, calculations, or statistics. It's something that pulses in your spirit. You feel the truth vibrating in every word. This calling was already in your soul before you were even born. You did not come into this world to be just another face in the crowd. You were not created to live in scarcity, limitation, or fear. You were chosen to manifest something greater. And what happens when someone answers this call? Everything begins to align. The worries that once seemed enormous start to lose their power. The money that seemed hard to come by begins to flow more easily. The answers you've been searching for start to appear in unexpected ways. But there's something very important you need to understand. The biggest block to your new life is your resistance to the call. Perhaps for years, you've been conditioned to believe that life has to be hard, that money only comes through great sacrifice, that success is only possible for a select few. These beliefs have been passed down from generation to generation, reinforced by society, and ingrained in your mind since childhood. But now you have the chance to rewrite that story. The question is, are you ready to accept? Because accepting this call means completely abandoning the old mindset. It means letting go of the idea that you need to struggle, fight, and suffer to achieve what you desire. It means fully trusting that the universe has already prepared. This may feel frightening at first. The mind tries to resist, the ego wants to maintain control. But when you let go, when you surrender, when you allow God to guide your steps, that's when the miracle happens. And here's a secret that few understand. When you answer the call, the entire universe moves in your favor. Opportunities begin to appear effortlessly. Money starts flowing from unexpected sources. The answers you've been seeking begin to arise at the right time. All because you've stepped out of resistance and into a state of receptivity. This is the most important moment of your journey. The decision you make now defines your entire future. You can continue living in the old way, where effort and struggle are constant. Or you can choose to accept this new reality and allow blessings to flow without barriers. If you feel this message was made for you, if you feel you're ready for this new chapter of your life, then it's time to say yes to the call. In the coming moments, you'll understand exactly how this transformation happens. You'll discover the signs that God is already working this change in your life, and you'll learn how to fully step into this flow of divine abundance. Now, take a deep breath. Feel this energy reaching you. The transformation has already begun, and if you're here right now, it's no accident. You are a chosen one. Now that you understand you've been called for something greater, there's something crucial you need to know. The exact moment when everything changes. This moment may have already begun in your life without you even realizing it. The chosen ones do not enter abundance by chance. There is a turning point, an instant when something invisible shifts in the universe, and reality is never the same again. That moment could be today. It could be now. Have you ever felt like you're on the verge of a major shift, but at the same time, something inside you seems to hold you back? This feeling isn't random. It happens because your spirit already knows that a new path is opening, but your mind is still clinging to old beliefs. The biggest secret to this transformation is simple, yet few people realize it. Prosperity isn't something you chase. It's something that starts chasing you, and when that happens, everything changes. You no longer need to worry about money in the same way you used to. You no longer need to tirelessly search for opportunities. The flow of abundance becomes natural in your life. But here's what many people don't understand. There's a reason why wealth isn't present in everyone's life. Not everyone is ready to receive. Not everyone has been prepared to manage abundance. The universe never delivers a blessing to someone who doesn't know what to do with it. It happens when you finally release fear, release doubt, release the need for control, and understand that everything has already been prepared for you. The human mind has been trained to believe that things only happen through great effort. But that's not the truth for the chosen ones. The truth is, when you're aligned, prosperity comes effortlessly. And this is the point that changes everything. Think of the most prosperous people you know. Do you think they're desperately struggling to stay afloat? Or does it seem like everything flows to them naturally? That's the secret of abundance. It doesn't need to be forced. If you've already started to notice small changes in your life, pay attention. The signs that your reality is shifting may already be there. Perhaps you've noticed some doors beginning to open. Maybe money has started coming in unexpected ways. Maybe you felt a deep sense of peace, as if something is being resolved behind the scenes of the universe. This is no coincidence. It's the beginning of your breakthrough. But here's the most important detail. Wealth doesn't come to you while you doubt it. This is why so many people spend their entire lives desiring money, opportunities, success, and never achieve it. Because deep down, they don't believe they're worthy of receiving. The universe doesn't respond to desire. It responds to certainty. When you desire something, you're telling the universe, I don't have this. But when you're certain of something, you're saying, I've already received it. And that's exactly when everything begins to happen. From the moment you truly believe, without resistance, that your life is already changing, that wealth is already flowing to you, that opportunities have already been placed on your path, that's when the transformation materializes. This is why the chosen ones prosper while others remain stuck in struggle. The chosen ones aren't just waiting for something to happen. They already know it has happened, and that difference is everything. Now I want you to stop and think. Do you truly believe your life is already changing? Not just as a desire, but as a certainty? If there's still doubt, if there's still fear, if there's still any sense of resistance within you, it's because your mind hasn't fully allowed this transformation yet. But the good news is, you can change that right now. At this very moment, you can decide that there are no more barriers between you and a life of abundance. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine. Feel what it would be like to wake up every morning knowing that money isn't a problem, knowing that all the right doors have already opened, feeling the absolute peace of knowing your prosperity is already guaranteed. Imagine this as a present reality, not as something distant, not as a dream, but as something that's already happening now. It happens when you finally release fear, release doubt, release the need for control, and understand that everything has already been prepared for you. The human mind has been trained to believe that things only happen through great effort. But that's not the truth for the chosen ones. The truth is, when you're aligned, prosperity comes effortlessly. And this is the point that changes everything. Think of the most prosperous people you know. Do you think they're desperately struggling to stay afloat? Or does it seem like everything flows to them naturally? That's the secret of abundance. It doesn't need to be forced. If you've already started to notice small changes in your life, pay attention. The signs that your reality is shifting may already be there. Perhaps you've noticed some doors beginning to open. Maybe money has started coming in unexpected ways. Maybe you felt a deep sense of peace, as if something is being resolved behind the scenes of the universe. This is no coincidence. It's the beginning of your breakthrough. But here's the most important detail. Wealth doesn't come to you while you doubt it. This is why so many people spend their entire lives desiring money, opportunities, success, and never achieve it. Because deep down, they don't believe they're worthy of receiving. The universe doesn't respond to desire. It responds to certainty. When you desire something, you're telling the universe, I don't have this. But when you're certain of something, you're saying, I've already received it. And that's exactly when everything begins to happen. From the moment you truly believe, without resistance, that your life is already changing, that wealth is already flowing to you, that opportunities have already been placed on your path, that's when the transformation materializes. This is why the chosen ones prosper while others remain stuck in struggle. The chosen ones aren't just waiting for something to happen. They already know it has happened, and that difference is everything. Now I want you to stop and think. Do you truly believe your life is already changing? Not just as a desire, but as a certainty? If there's still doubt, if there's still fear, if there's still any sense of resistance within you, it's because your mind hasn't fully allowed this transformation yet. But the good news is, you can change that right now. At this very moment, you can decide that there are no more barriers between you and a life of abundance. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine. Feel what it would be like to wake up every morning knowing that money isn't a problem, knowing that all the right doors have already opened, feeling the absolute peace of knowing your prosperity is already guaranteed. Imagine this as a present reality, not as something distant, not as a dream, but as something that's already happening now. The signs are already all around you. Have you noticed how lately you've been receiving unexpected messages? How opportunities are arising from places you least expect? How even your intuition has become sharper? This is no coincidence. The universe is already responding to your new vibration. You are tuning into something greater, something that has always been available to you but can now finally manifest because you are ready to receive. Perhaps you've spent your entire life believing that you needed to push yourself to the limit to achieve any kind of result. Maybe you were taught that without sacrifice, there is no reward. But that mindset belongs to the old world. You no longer need to carry that weight. Now, everything will become lighter. You'll notice that the answers will come at the right time. That money will flow to you in unexpected ways. That opportunities will come to you without you having to chase them. But it all starts with the choice. The choice to believe that this is real. If you still feel doubts, look around you. See the signs. Pay attention to how the energy is moving in your favor. There's nothing more you need to do except trust and allow. Because the moment you release control, the moment you stop trying to force things to happen, everything begins to fall into place. You'll realize that the answers you've been seeking were within you all along. And now, I ask you, are you ready to accept the effortless wealth that is already rightfully yours? Are you ready to leave behind the mindset of struggle once and for all and step into the flow of true abundance? Then take a deep breath and feel this energy taking over you. Because from this moment on, your life will never be the same. Now that you've understood the calling over your life, it's time to take an even deeper step. We've reached a crucial point in your journey. The moment when you need to decide if you're truly ready to receive everything that is already rightfully yours. Up until now, you've understood that it's no accident that you've come across this video. You've felt something stirring within you, a truth resonating so strongly that it can no longer be ignored. But there's something no one has told you. This transformation that's about to happen in your life will require something from you. And no, it's not effort. It's not hard work. It's not sacrifice. What will be required of you is the ability to allow, to trust, to let go of control, and allow God to deliver to you what has always been yours. The truth is, most people spend their entire lives sabotaging themselves without realizing it. They ask for a blessing, but deep down, they don't believe they're worthy of receiving it. They dream of wealth, but they carry deep-seated beliefs that money is hard to come by, that success is for the few, that abundance requires suffering. They want a new reality, but they remain stuck in the old patterns they've learned since childhood. This needs to end. Today, you'll understand exactly what's stopping you from receiving what's already yours. And, more than that, you'll learn how to remove that barrier once and for all. Imagine for a moment that you're holding a handful of sand in your hands. The tighter you squeeze, the more it slips through your fingers. This is what happens when you try to control life, when you want to dictate exactly how everything should happen, when you worry excessively about every detail. Now, imagine simply opening your hands and allowing the sand to remain there without resistance. This is the key to true abundance, allowing it to come to you without blocks, without doubts, without fear. What's coming to you doesn't depend on your effort, it depends on your permission. Now tell me, are you ready to receive? Truly ready? Because believe me, God has already determined your abundance. It already exists, but you need to align yourself with it. And to do that, you need to remove the blocks that are still holding you back. And what are these blocks? First, the fear of change. Many people desire a new life but are afraid of the unknown. They're so accustomed to struggle, suffering, and scarcity that the idea of a prosperous life feels foreign. If you feel this, take a deep breath and understand. There's nothing wrong with being prosperous. You don't need to suffer to deserve a grand life. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You were born to shine, and that light shouldn't be hidden. The second block is the unconscious belief that money is something bad. If you've ever heard phrases like, money doesn't bring happiness, the rich are greedy, or you have to sweat for every penny, know that these words have been programmed into your mind over the years. And what happens? You desire money, but at the same time, there's an internal conflict that prevents you from truly receiving it. Today, that programming will be broken. Money is just energy. It amplifies what's already within you. If you're a generous person, it will allow you to be even more generous. If you have a good heart, it will multiply your impact on the world. Money doesn't change who you are. It simply reveals more of what's already inside you. And the third block, perhaps the most destructive, is the feeling of unworthiness. Many people don't feel worthy of an abundant life. They carry guilt, regrets, feelings of not being deserving. They believe they need to pay for their mistakes, that they need to sacrifice, that life is an endless battle. But today that needs to end. You are worthy. You've always been worthy. God doesn't place dreams in your heart without a purpose. If there's a desire within you, it means that desire has already been fulfilled in the divine plan. You just need to align yourself with it. So, how do you remove these blocks and allow abundance to finally flow into your life? First, it's time to let go of the past. What's done is done. What you did or didn't do doesn't define who you are. You're not bound by your old limitations. Second, rewrite your beliefs. From now on, tell yourself, I am worthy of abundance. I allow wealth to flow to me with ease. I am a magnet for divine opportunities. Repeat this every day until it becomes your new reality. And finally, trust. Simply trust. Let go of control. God is already working in your favor. He's already prepared the way. All you need to do is open your hands and allow. Believe me, what's coming to you is greater than you've ever imagined. Don't resist. Just receive. Chosen one, something extraordinary is about to happen in your life. Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you tried, there always seemed to be an invisible barrier holding you back? A weight keeping you down, a repetitive cycle of financial struggles and frustrations? Know that this cycle is breaking now. The universe is preparing a realignment for you. You are being called to a level of abundance and prosperity that once seemed impossible. And make no mistake, this transition is not a coincidence. It is the answer to your journey, your awakening, and the calling you've always felt in your soul. Imagine for a moment a life where every step you take is guided by a divine force, where money flows to you effortlessly, where doors open without you having to force them. This reality already exists and is coming closer to you, but to receive it, you must be ready to accept it. How many times have you sabotaged yourself? How many times have you doubted that prosperity was also meant for you? Now is the time to let go of those limiting beliefs. You have been chosen for something greater. Your presence here now is proof that you are ready for this change. The universe is bringing you opportunities you couldn't even imagine. The right people, unexpected connections, situations that will completely transform your reality. But you need to do your part. Trust, believe, and be willing to receive. The money, success, and prosperity you desire are on their way. And when they arrive, you'll realize that everything you've been through was necessary to prepare you for this moment. Perhaps you're wondering, but how do I know this is real? How do I know this is for me? I tell you, if you feel this message in your heart, if you feel something within you stirring, then this message is for you. The universe speaks to those who are ready to listen. And if you're hearing this now, it's because you've been chosen for this transformation. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine your life a year from now. But imagine without limitations, without fears, without negative beliefs. Imagine yourself living the life of your dreams, free from financial worries, free from fear of the future. Now open your eyes and understand, this life is already yours. It is coming toward you, but you must believe, act, and accept. If this message has touched you, write in the comments, I accept my prosperity. This is a commitment you make to the universe. And remember, your reality is changing. Prepare to receive what is rightfully yours. We've reached the decisive moment. Now that you've understood the truth behind your awakening and felt the energy of this transformation, there's one last thing you need to understand. Your life will never be the same. The time of struggle, uncertainty, and limitation is behind you. You are no longer who you were when you began this journey. Something profound has been activated within you, and there's no turning back. This is your rebirth. From now on, you no longer need to seek outside what has always been within you. The abundance, peace, and fulfillment you've longed for are already part of your being. You have been chosen for a new reality, a new frequency, a new way of living. While many are still trapped in fear and scarcity, you have transcended. You've accessed the truth that few know, that everything is already available to you. There's no need for excessive effort, no need for worry. The universe is moving in your favor, and God is already working on your behalf. Imagine for a moment your new life. Visualize yourself waking up every morning with the certainty that everything is flowing as it should. Feel the peace of no longer carrying the weight of doubts and fears that once haunted you. See opportunities arising before you effortlessly, simply because you are now aligned with your true essence. This is not just a possibility, it is your new reality. You no longer need to chase anything. You have become a magnet for everything you've ever desired. But there's one crucial detail. For this transformation to fully manifest, you must allow it. The choice will always be yours. You can return to old patterns, to the old mindset of scarcity, or you can simply accept this new phase and walk with absolute faith that everything is already happening in your favor. God has already prepared everything for you, but you must trust and surrender to the flow. There's no longer a need to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. Now is the time to let go, to relax, to receive. Those who try to tell you this isn't possible, that life is only about suffering and effort, simply haven't awakened yet. And that's okay. Not everyone is ready for this truth. But you are. You've felt it. You've recognized something within you that deeply resonated with this message. And this is no coincidence. You were meant to be here. You were guided to this knowledge because your soul already knew the time had come. And now I ask you, are you ready to accept this calling? Are you ready to let go of everything that has limited you and finally live the fullness of your existence? Because this is the moment. Your future of abundance, freedom, and fulfillment has already begun. Now it's just a matter of allowing it all to flow to you. If this message resonated with you, leave a comment saying, "I accept my new reality." Declare to the universe that you are ready. This simple action could be the first step to completely transforming your life. And remember, what's coming is far greater than you can imagine. You have been chosen, and your journey toward abundance and fulfillment begins now.